y'all. I just want to kind of show y'all the cards because y'all know I don't be showing the cards, but they here. Woohoo! A little area. Hey, collective. Y'all get in here. I am Butterfly Goddess, your spiritual guidance messenger. Maybe I better bring this a little closer because I really do be speaking very low. I can be loud sometimes and sometimes not, but let's talk about, you know, family ties. And before I get started, I'm just going to say, we have a couple of different energies in here today. We got Virgo, we got a Leo. So we got earth signs and we got fire signs in the room. And I'm going to name all of the earth signs because I think this is elaborate to both. Your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then you do have your earth signs Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You know, where would we start? I think that, someone is very much so never wrong. Convert, malignant, narcissistic attitude, just you can't tell them nothing. They don't like to listen. And I think, this person could be a Virgo, have that. It could be modest and shy, but then at some point, very malicious acting, and then or I'm sorry, meticulous. Ooh, malicious came out though my mouth, so malicious. Ooh. Anyway, sometimes could be meticulous and reliable, practical and diligent, intelligent and analytical, but at other times very fussy and a worrier, over critical and harsh. Definitely describes a Virgo. And I'm not saying that that person specifically is our narcissistic person with the narcissistic behavior. Oh my. All right, so that was my husband at the door. Know that he's a Virgo. He literally was just saying, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if he was saying, I'm sorry for knocking on the door or. Hey, anyway, let's go ahead with this video. So, at first I wasn't able to get on here to do any. Look, I might as well move this because I keep trying to talk into this while needing to be looking over here at this video. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, it ain't a real video until you start messing up everything and your cards get the rolling and flying everywhere. Anywho, so you can have a person in your energy that's very, being a know-it-all, having narcissistic behaviors, and you can't tell them nothing. And maybe, this person is hard of hearing or just choose not to hear things or listen. And this person could be very much so, dealing with a lot of other type of issues, pent up energy, pent up anger, at a disadvantage, but doesn't know how to expel that or explain that properly to you. And I'm not sure if that was in my very first reading, but I I know the okay, electronics kept messing up earlier, so it was just a lot going on. All right, so let me get into this reading because I think it's going to combine it together a little bit later. But when I get started here, I just want to say that somebody, your vision is time to take action on your vision. They said you're having dreams and you're having a reoccurring dream. So someone could be having a reoccurring dream right now about their destiny, and all they're saying is it's time to step up. You could be having this dream at 10, 11 at night because that's the take action card. If you're a person or 111, you could be seeing 111 in your dreams or 1101. However, we always cancel out the zero, so it could be a 111. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards their something perseverance rewards of their perseverance. Let me captivate that. So something about your vision. So I feel like whoever you are, you're having an outward vision. If you're having a reoccurring dream, You're probably having a reoccurring conversation. You're probably having a reoccurring vision. You're probably seeing, you could see it, you can envision it, but you're not taking action. So what they're saying is it's time to act out this ideal, act out the plan. It's time to put it into action instead of just saying, hey, I'm gonna do this, but then you don't do it. You don't actually physically do it, but you know exactly what it is you're supposed to be doing. And right now it's not only taking over your day mind, but it's taking over your night mind because it's coming through you in reoccurring dreams. Others could be having dreams specifically about their destiny, and you might be destined to be, you were destined to be, wealthy, rich, all of these things, but something about you're blocking it, or you're not seeing it, or you're not paying attention to what it is the dream is showing you or telling you. Or you may be just right about now have already had the deja vu. You could be sitting on a winning lottery ticket right now and you just haven't checked it, or something of the sort is coming through in that whole process. Also, they want you to realize that even when you finally take action on these dreams and it brings back all this abundance and prosperity, that don't go back into giving too much to other people instead of taking care of yourself, because you've always been the type of person that will give too much, but there's no balance in it. You're the giver and you usually hang around a lot of takers. So we got petty gains. So they're saying be penny wise, pound foolish. That's funny. um don't let a lot of people undermine you by making you believe that you're just this great person, all because you have some type of money to give them. Give me a second. Because whoever you are, you spent a lot of time dealing with a lot of false people. That's why I came out with family ties at first. You had a lot of family members, fake friends, all of these things going on, relationships going wrong and bad because people are used to using you. People are used to using you. People are used to using you and then speaking bad about you behind your back. So you've battled with a lot of demonic spirits coming from both inward and outward. And a lot of people were okay with you sitting in your misery. And there's just so much changing for you right now. And they just want to make sure that you don't allow this to happen, where you have a lot of people smiling in your face, but taking advantage of you and putting you back in a position where you just don't feel good. Because a lot of those people, they see where where you're headed, and they see, that you're starting fresh, you're starting over, you're changed, your life is going forward, and it's going forward without them at a very fast pace, and you're leaving a lot of people behind. And yes, that was 101. You're starting over, and your happiness is very much so illuminating and shocking people, because people always want what they can't have. So there's a lot of blocks being put out here right now. Like, they are blocking people from interrupting your relationships, interrupting your life, interrupting your love life with your partner or your freaking husband, or your somebody could be engaged. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there devastated, and will go through any measures to try to break anything up, but they're being blocked right now. You are so heavily protected by your spirit guides, your ancestors, and your loved ones on the other side. You, an obsessive lover, has been blocked from you, and this person is very much dangerous and toxic, unhealthy, possessive. It's a possessive karmic, and this person may be, from the LGBT group, or this might be a person, honestly, picking up on two different type of people here. This obsessive lover could be obsessing over you. Y'all might have never been lovers. This person might be, another feminine karmic that wants to be with you, but you don't see it, or you didn't see it, and it never happened. But in their minds, you're theirs. So yeah, they're being blocked also. I also feel like they're pinpointing out the dangerous part, because even though you're heavily protected, they're also wanting you to, if you feel threatened by this person, to have protection, to always keep protection around you, the physical kind of protection, because this person could be intimidating you or being threatening you, or however, if you feel threatened, make sure you're good. Also, you're coming up on some, collective, and this might not be for everyone. Take it as it resonates. Y'all know I barely, rarely ever say that, because if it isn't for you, it's not going to be for you. But you guys got a lot of changes coming up. 555, as I say that, it is on the, look, it's on here. It's up here. I be trying to pick up all these cards. I think the changes that are coming to you are very big. And I'm going to go back to family ties, because I think I need to tie something else in, because there is an emotional manipulator that is surfacing again. And when I say again, I mean this is something, the pent up anger in this person is because this person is resurfacing again. This emotional manipulator, she's very deceptive, a trickster, a fraud. This could be both male and feminine energy. This could be a Leo sign born between Leo rising. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they like they're trying to rob you of your fucking energy, because they're not in a very good headspace or a very good head place. You know what I'm saying? But they want you to notice the patterns, you know, and then time to delete that energy from you. Immediately when you see this person is still like that, remove those past thoughts from your brain, from your heart, from your mind. Unfeel that feeling, because don't give that person another opportunity to play you like a puppet, to control your thoughts, your feelings, your mindset. Don't give this person an opportunity. Return to center immediately. Return to sender immediately. Don't let this person steal your dreams, steal your energy, deplete you. Don't let this person deplete you. Yeah, this person may be acting like they want the family ties and want to do the family thing together, but this person can also be an imposter, imposter syndrome. And this person could be carrying around a lot of pent up anger, because they're not able to control the narrative anymore. They don't have that type of control, and they're going through a lot of things. Their life could be a complete mess. You know what I'm saying? They could be in a complete bind right now. And I believe, this person might be going through something legally where they're shredding paperwork, and they really ain't telling you the truth about a situation, and they're praying and hoping you don't come across it, because then you don't have to have that communication with them, and you just only communicate with the child, because as you see, there are children involved in this picture. And sometimes these ties are the ties that breaks the bonds or bring the bond together. And in this very situation, I feel like this person is controlling the narrative with the child, and trying to control the narrative. I mean, trying to control the whole situation, but doing more damage than anything. Again, that person hasn't changed much, but we know that, or we see that in the cards. And just be very vigilant about this person, and don't take it personal, because still you can't make people grow up. You can't cause them any kind of growth. Sometimes growth comes at a very like I said, there's some legal stuff going on there. So legally you might have a step up, a hand up here soon, where things are going to get really messy for that other person, but it still has nothing to do with you, but it's going to work out in your favor. that part. That part. Flag on the motherfucking play. Every time I get deep into it, it just goes. So I see 777, and again, if I'm looking at the cards right, 99.99 is on here. We got 12.12 for persistence. So we got a lot to be said. So somebody is definitely about to reach out to you, and yes, this is your, I'm going to just say it's a group association. So you're about to join a covenant. And this is a person that I'm speaking about, that this person specifically, collective, has been on their spiritual journey for so long that they've been building castles in the sky. Now you're finally finna meet this group of people that's been on their spiritual journey, because your gifts have really heightened and soaring to a higher place. So you're going to need these people to show you how to navigate through these gifts, how to work them, how to put them into action. I think you know a little bit, but you don't know a lot about a little bit, a lot. However, that's coming out. That's how I feel like it's coming out. But I feel like it's these same people, and you have the same soul contract. You were supposed to meet up again and bind with each other. And whatever that means for you, that means that, you guys are going to take these gifts to greater heights. Like I said, the ego and the castle in the background there is showing you that you're taking these gifts to bigger heights. They're going to reach out first. Yes, they're going to reach out first. And yeah, again, 1212, the persistence, because they seen that you stuck with it. You stood on business. Like, you really got into your gifts, and you kept going until they heightened. And now you guys are having like telepathy through different type of videos and messages and styles, and they're seeing you for who you are. You're enamored to them, and they're enamored to you, and you guys have a visible communication without ever having communicated. That's what I'm thinking I'm supposed to say. So, yeah, so every soul you encounter is not by chance. It plays a role in awakening you to higher love and purpose. So, not only is this a joining of this group association, whew, just say, if you ever not ever felt like you didn't belong forever in certain places, this is going to be a love covenant where you feel welcome. 1616 on the clock, as I said that, where you feel welcome. You're finally joined by people who know you. They don't have to, they know you. They never knew you, but it's going to be like y'all have known each other forever and ever and ever and ever. This is going to be a great opportunity to really tap into some hidden gifts. I'm hearing some hidden gifts that you all may know more about intuitively than the other one, that's going to give everybody the aha moment. And yeah, y'all going to get together and brew up some stuff. Look, I don't care what y'all call y'all self out here. We know there's high priestesses, we know there's witches, we know there's different characteristics of each and every person out there, but however you foresee them, I call myself butterfly goddess. And when I go to that other world, they call me goddess butterfly. I inverted it on here so that people would not just come, and they still do come and attack you, because they don't want you to be godlike any kind of way. And that's just who they are. But those are demonic spirits, honestly, to me, because when you see a problem in a name, you have to wonder who you are on the inside, that you didn't read this Bible that you hold so tightly, that asks you for the search for the God within you. But we'll get back to that, because this ain't that. All right. So somebody is very intellectual when it comes to money, when it comes to business, when it comes to bossing up. 777, as I'm saying this, there is going to be so many things happening for you financially. You are definitely about to be stable and rich, a stable, rich business owner, CEO, Big Willie, if you will. Big Willie energy. Or actually say a big dick energy. Yes, giving is giving. But you have definitely talked your way into just winning. You gambled on you, and baby, you won. You won. You got somebody intellectually. Intellectually. You that's how you got to do it. You got to make sure you can talk. If you know what, back in my day, men used to be able to say, or young boys or whatever, however, would say they could talk the panties off a motherfucker. Well, you could talk. You over here doing a better one. You to talk. The swift action came in through my mind. You to talk. You to talk the motherfucker out there millions and billions. You the man, motherfucker. See you, that you're worth gold and more, and you leveled up very, very fast. Yes. And yeah, like I said, boss mama, boss daddy, as either way, feminine and male. If male, God dang it, why I need a masculine energy, you know? But here's the thing. You are going to definitely need court judges, immigration laws, because this is you um, having dual citizenship. Couldn't even say it. Dual citizenship. Do you hear me? You're going to have dual citizenship. I feel like this specific union CEO, stable rich business owner, is going to be between countries. They want to see you. You're a force to be reckoned with. Now, because this is a very big contract and this has something to do with utilizing your gifts, they're going to ask you to move in silence. This isn't something you'll be able to share. So at this point, you're a secret agent. I couldn't even say it. Like, girl, what the fuck? Okay. I literally just drop this card because it's giving too much. But your great shift has already happened, and this is going to lead to so much gratitude. You know what I'm saying? You've been waiting for this forever. Like, this is so your calling. This is so your calling. And I'm going to read this because it's 1122 card. You know, we can invert the screen. I'll never invert this screen. I don't know how to do it. Anyway, yeah, y'all see my electronics was messing up. I was like, Lord have mercy. So first focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. See what I'm saying? It goes back to that other card where they're saying your visions take action. You obviously we're ahead here now on these cards. So let me go back to it. Then expand your horizons. What I say, dual citizenship, and permit yourself to try something new. That's a lot of damn traveling, baby. That's private jet action right there. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing. Didn't I say we had 555 for the change? Changing in your favor of your intentions. So your intentions were always good. You always knew that there was going to be a door that opened. You always knew that this door was going to be open and that you was going to be given something and that you was going to find everything that you needed there and that it was just going to be like this very mystical, magical moment for you where you got to see everything. And earlier this room had to change the light out. So it was like in a golden era. It was like you were given the golden ticket. You know, Charlie Willy Wonka shit where it looked like you bit off the bar, but truthfully, it was just designed. Like you decoded a system. You decoded. It took decades for people to decode something, but you made it and your world opened up and it's very wide and it's broader and you can see clearly now. Like you know this place. You knew when that sky opened up in those clouds, you was going to see that man in the clouds and you did. And you did. And baby, not only that, when you shifted, didn't they send that ship through for you? You see it? Everything about you is going to change. See, something negative just try to throw itself in my brain, but everything is changing for the positive for you. It's going in the right direction for you. Everything, you see what I'm saying? Even while I'm doing this reading, you still have these folks in the background wanting you to slip up and think negative and never tune into the positive because they love you but they hate you, but they want your destiny swapped with them. They don't want to see you make it because they couldn't do what you did. You broke through some things. You gave up on being just being. And that's why all this gratitude, you know, from the other side, you know, gratitude, you know, you got your wings, you're spreading your wings, you're going to farther and higher. Uh, oh, I had a word for that just a minute ago. You're definitely soaring higher. And I don't know what direction I'm pointing in, but baby, you going. It's. I don't even like to say that word. The sky's the limit because there is no limit for you because there's things beyond the skies that you can see and that you know of. And as I said, you got things falling out the sky right into your lap right now. Now let me get back over here to this dream signal because they're pointing at this. Your dreams in the next. Okay, so each dream that you have every night for the next 72 hours will be the same dream. This is leading you to that very moment that when you awaken and you have that deja vu, you're going to know you're right there. When you hear that ding, that phone call, that missed message, that email, whatever it is that's coming through, you already know it's coming because it's going to play out like a Cinemax movie in your dream. 72 hours. That's what, 3 dreams consecutively? Yeah, I don't know who this is for, but the number 27, July 27th, might be significant to you. The numbers 999 could be significant to you. Somebody could be born in 75, or, yeah, that's why I'm saying it. You got information coming in too, or they're telling you to reach out first to somebody. Yeah, signed, sealed, delivered. It's a letter coming in the mail to you, or you're sending one out. Somebody also could be actually physically hitting this jackpot at the casino. Go ahead and get that out, baby, on the sevens. On the sevens. 444 is on the deck, so you are heavily protected. Anything else? I want to make sure. Sometimes I be missing stuff, and I don't like that, but yeah, I think we're good. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it here because I don't ever know how to end these videos. I'd be like, All right. So I'm gonna return your energy to you. I love you again. For you guys, thank you guys for subscribing. Also, I am in the PayPal partnership now. So if anyone wants to join my membership, hey, clock that T. I'd appreciate if you do, if you will. You can support my page in other ways, especially with this electronic stuff happening today, baby. I went to price that phone. It was $1,300. I said, what in the Apple phone of Androids? The S26, because I only like Samsungs. I'm an Android person. I'm a true believer in Androids. Yes. I mean, you can gift it to me, but I'm not giving them no $1,300 plus tax because I know that. Anyway, and the payment plan, no, we're not doing that either. Um, yeah, Butterfly Goddess 888 is my cash app, if you want to support that way. Otherwise, book a reading with me. That would be definitely a good thing. The link is in the bio. And if you cannot find it, the email is spiritualguidancebutterfly111 at gmail.com. And I'll send you the link, the booking link from Google Calendar. All right. Well, I love y'all. Have a good night.